Guys, there's a bunch of ways to add line to the shaft of your spear gun, but I want to show you like the quick and easy way to do it. Kind of what we do mostly here at the shop. We're nowadays selling tons of these mono packs, different colors: red, green, yellow, blue, black, different pound test, different thicknesses, 200, 350, 400. So we kind of have a good selection for you guys to come in and grab and go. I wanted to do a video and show you guys kind of the proper way to connect your mono to your shaft, and then eventually connect it to your gun, so you have that kind of that system, that all-in-one ready to go system. Okay, check it out. Okay, so what you're gonna need is a crimper. You can use pliers, but we like a good crimper. These are stainless steels. We sell these here. And then you need actually these double crimps for your mono, and depending on your thickness of monofilament that you use, you have to get the proper one that's going to fit, and I'll show you what we use later on. Generally we use this 250-pound monofilament. We kind of use black just to help with everybody's guns when they come in, but like I said, we have different colors to match your setup. Then you'll need your spear gun shaft, obviously, and your spear gun. And we usually connect the mono to the muzzle bungee. That just kind of keeps everything nice and tight. Most shafts are going to have a couple different areas where you can thread through your mono. One's usually will always be in the back here, and if you have these shark fins, there'll usually be one on the shark fin or somewhere further away from the back. It's a good habit, in my opinion, to not put it all the way to the back, because when you pull the trigger, it gets sometimes it'll get a little sticky coming out. The shaft will get a little sticky coming out of the trigger mechanism. So if you see a hole on the shark fin or closer, away from the trigger. So the first thing I like to do with the mono is kind of cut it, make it a clean kind of angle slice like that. It just kind of it'll go through the crimp much easier, as you can see right here. Just kind of slides through, and you can see how nice and snug. Like I said earlier, you want to have the crimp to match your monofilament. Like I said, this is a 250-pound monofilament. I think this is a number 14, if you guys want to keep that in your reference. But if you come in and buy the mono packs, it's all set and ready to go for you. So you'll put the crimp on first, run it through, I don't know, a few inches. I usually run the crimp about 2 or 3 inches down the mono first, and then we'll run the mono through the hole on the shark fin or wherever you're going to put it, and then wrap it around, and put it into the open section of your crimp sleeve, and it kind of looks something like that. I like to actually open it up somewhat so the loop kind of toggles a little bit, not too much, but it'll be a little bit freer and not so tight on there when you load up the gun, or if you're messing with it. It's a little bit easier to use that way. Then we take our crimper, and then we'll go up to the loop end, come back down just a little bit, and then give it a little crimp. So what you want to see how I didn't actually crimp it all the way down to where the mono goes in. It's actually a little bit free, and I came back up and crimped a little bit. That's what you want. You want that kind of butterfly look, so it doesn't rub on the mono as time goes on. If it's too tight, it'll rub, and that could crack and rip as you got that trophy fish on there, and then you kind of get mad at me. So if you do that, make sure to remember to get that little butterfly look, I call it, when you crimp down on the mono on the back end. And then from here we'll crimp down the other end. Now this side you can crimp down pretty tight. If you want to crimp that middle, you can. I like to kind of leave it open, so just the back side and the front side are crimped down, but make sure you leave that back side a little bit open for the monofilament. Got your crimp on to the shaft. Mono's secured. Bring the mono up, and we'll wrap it around the shaft, kind of pin it down. That's how this muzzle goes. Kind of pins the shaft down. Then we'll run the monofilament down and wrap it around the side line release here, and then we'll bring it back up and we'll connect it to this bungee here. Okay, so now we're ready to connect the monofilament to your bungee. And again, you'll grab your sleeve that matches your monofilament. The ones that we carry here, this is called a French clip onto our bungee. I just feel these are a lot easier to use. If your shaft gets stuck, it's really easy to kind of just give a press, and then you can release the loop on this monofilament really easy. So as you can see, I've just looped it through the French clip, and we're running it back to our monofilament. We'll run the other side through our crimp and just kind of pull it up, maybe about right there. Like I said, you really don't want a small loop here. I like to actually give a little play, have a bigger loop there, just in case we need to undo this, and this bigger loop will come off really easy. Leave our shaft in the rock or whatever, and we can come back later, bring the gun up to the surface. But so now we're basically ready to crimp this and get it all complete. You want to have it a little bit on tension, but not too much. So I'll pinch it off. It's got a little bit of tension to it, and then again we're gonna crimp our crimper. And you can see I've left a little bit of butterfly there to keep from ripping up the monofilament, and then we'll just do the other end. Nice and snug. So you can see you have a nice firm bite on that mono. And we'll just cut off the other end. And there you have your line is now connected from the Speargun bungee, wrapped around the entire gun, connected to your shaft, and you are ready for business. Hope that helps you guys. It's really pretty simple. You can probably do it with your eyes closed, but there's a step-by-step process. Start with the back, get the crimp right, run the line up and down the gun. If you want to do a double wrap, we call it, you can add more line around the line release. But for these smaller guns, we just do a single wrap, and then crimp the rest of your line to the Speargun bungee, and you are good to go. It takes minutes, and you can do it at the beach. But like I said, you want to have some pliers with you, or bring along a crimper, and then have your mono packs with you. Always bring extras in the bag. Okay guys, hope that helped, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.